Audrey Rodríguez live at Prenup Field in Boulder, Colorado as the CU women's soccer team take on Oklahoma State. The score is now 1-0 Buffs early in the first quarter. Stay tuned for a halftime report. When the weather's not suitable outside, the University of Colorado football team comes here to the indoor practice facilities to improve on their game. Audrey Rodríguez in Boulder, Colorado at Folsom Field on a chilly Saturday night as the number 9 Colorado Buffaloes look on to take the number 12 Utah Utes. If the Buffs get a victory in this game, they could be headed to Santa Rosa next Friday for the Pac-12 championship game. On Folsom Field, if you would have been here a minute ago, all the students came down and stormed the field as the Colorado Buffaloes beat the Utah Utes 27-22, which means the Buffs are now headed into the Pac-12 championship game next Friday in Santa Clara, California. The University of Colorado Buffaloes football team sports 4 different outfits throughout the season. However, the one you'll see them wearing the most at home is the classic black and gold.
The CU Buffs have upset 15th ranked Kentucky here in Boulder.
So, what is in here? You've been drinking it all morning. Looks a little bit like soupy coffee.
This is hot tea. It's right. This is chai tea, a little passion fruit. I'm a Californian at heart, so that's. And I don't know why this is even in the shot. I should probably put that back.
Just so you know, California people usually drink coffee, Starbucks rather. So you might want to change that up. But you're in Colorado now. So.
That's right. That's right.
So, number 18th AP ranked, 8-0 in the season.
Yeah.
Looking back to last season, you were 7-23 at the end of the season.
Right.
You're not even halfway through this season. Talk to me a little bit about how good this must feel right now.
Well, with it being our first season, we're just excited about the progression of this ball club. We have they've grown together. We're asking a ton of them, and not only in terms of the basketball, the X's and O's, but just in terms of really working to establish a winning culture. And so that's been really exciting to just see how well they've taken to our message, our vision, and it's been fun. It's been fun for them. This is a group, like you said, with only winning 7 games last year. This was a group that was really hungry for success, mm-hmm. And so it's been fun. It's been a real fun ride so far.
So let's stop talking about the team. This show is about you, okay?
Uh-oh. Okay.
So you got a master's degree in organizational leadership, and when I asked you before the show, you go, "Oh yeah, just kind of brush it off." Has this helped you while coaching?
Definitely. I mean, it's a branch of the MBA program at Gonzaga University, and it really just encapsulates a number of strategies that you can use not only in the business world, but in coaching or in life, and leadership and in the business realm has really been a new phenomena. It's been a hot sort of topic in the business world for probably the last decade, and it's really benefited my coaching and really helped us off.
So what you're saying, makes it seem as if I should get a master's degree in organizational.
I think so. I mean, exactly. Well, you're a communication major, correct? Or
broadcasting.
Broadcasting. Okay. See, I was a broadcasting major as well.
Really? Who knew?
That's right. That's.
Just kidding.
But no, it certainly is something that you can use in any aspect of life.
Makes you a well-rounded person.
It makes you very well-rounded. So.
You've also coached for the University of Arizona.
Sure.
Another Pac-12 team.
Sure.
When you get to playing them this season, what is that going to be like?
Well, it's been many years since I've been at U of A. It was a great time in my coaching career, and I felt like every single university that I've been to, I've left a part of myself there and had a great opportunity to learn from some wonderful coaches that I worked with. So U of A was a great time for me. It'll always be a special place. Just like every other institution that I've been at, and so it'll be fun to be back. I've actually played them at other institutions in years past. So it'll be fun to be back in Tucson again.
Just one last question. It's Christmas time.
Sure.
With your family or with the team, do you have any Christmas traditions?
I am actually a humbug when it comes to Christmas. I believe in giving all throughout the course of the year, and so and there's no specific time of year to be good to your neighbor or to provide gifts for your loved ones. So
it's
that's
all
my
about
that's
Santa.
my thing.
Santa nowadays for the kids.
Santa.
Getting more and more and more.
Santa.
But you
Santa
know what?
on an iPad
I'm at the
now.
top of Santa's list this year, and I better get what I want.
What are you getting? What are you getting?
I mean, obviously a pony or something. 24 hours in Aaron's day is usually not enough. Aaron Hagler is a two-sport athlete in the competitive Pac-12 conference. Finding a happy medium between athletics and academics is difficult, particularly when your sport comes first.
I had to eat lunch on the way to my next class, so that was kind of challenging.
According to a Penn Berlin survey, 54% of athletes say they do not have enough time to study for tests, and 80% of Pac-12 students say they have missed a class for competition.
People think it's so nice to miss class, but it's awful because then you're responsible for all that work.
Some student athletes suggest having a sports psychologist help them manage their time and stress. Chris Bader, the counseling and sports psychologist for CU Athletics, helps student athletes find ways to deal with the pressure.
If they have a big game coming up, a conference game, a conference matchup, and it happens to be one of those weeks where they have 2 or 3 exams, it just compounded stress.
Student athletes are defined by their sport. It takes perseverance, passion, and a whole lot of motivation in order to get your name immortalized in a trophy case. But student athletes serve 2 masters, academics and athletics, and finding a way to balance the 2 is easier said than done. Mindy Scarlo, the Associate Director for Academics for CU Athletics, helps student athletes with time management.
To make sure that students really have access to all the resources that they need, but sometimes that's just spending time to figure out how to be most efficient with your time.
71% of student athletes say sleep is the #1 thing that their athletic time commitments prevent them from doing, ultimately hindering their athletic and academic performance. Some athletes report waking up at 5 a.m. to get to practice on time, and then staying up as late as 11 p.m. for evening practices and to finish up their homework, and attend virtual tutoring sessions.
There's a lot of reward when you look over your shoulder and you say, oh geez, I really accomplished a lot.
A busy schedule also leaves no room for procrastination. Reporting for News Team Boulder, I'm Audrey Rodríguez. Many know Stephanie Shadley as a star volleyball player.
I think it's important for all of our kids to have a well-rounded experience, at the collegiate level.
I'm here at Coors Event Center at the University of Colorado Boulder, where the majority of time you can find Stephanie Shadley here improving on her volleyball skills. However, when she's not here, there's another arena you're bound to find her.
So the first time I got on a horse was, I think I was about like 3 or 4. We were in Colorado and we used to go on little trail rides and stuff, and that's where my passion kind of began. I guess you could say being from Texas has a little bit of something to do with it. I think it's really important being a college athlete to do something outside of the gym or outside of the field, because you're practicing every single day and it gets to be a lot.
It was just last year that Shadley was recovering from her broken ankle.
I think horse therapy is a true thing. I seriously believe in that.
I think it's great that Steph's found that for herself.
Shadley's hobby is central to her identity, thus urges all athletes to find an outlet outside of their sport.
It's just nice to relax and do something that I love.
Reporting for News Team Boulder, I'm Audrey Rodríguez.
Star wide receiver Bryce Bobo is enjoying a season that's full of SportsCenter highlights. But it's his past that's made him into the man he is today.
When I was 4 years old, my biological dad was murdered by my stepbrother. But growing up without a dad was probably the biggest thing that affected me as a kid. I was in different types of therapy, anger management classes, just because I didn't know how to express myself and what had happened growing up.
Bryce was just 4 years old when he began to play football. The field was where he found his biggest mentors, who helped him through these dark and difficult times.
You know, football and basketball really just came such big sports to me growing up, because that's what I would find my mentors at. And I would find those father figures that also had their sons on the team and knew my story and, you know, would take me under their wing.
Audrey Rodríguez reporting live from Folsom Field in Boulder, Colorado, where Bryce Bobo comes to play a sport that's gotten him through the hard times.
That moment when the ball's in the air just coming straight to you, you know, I guess it kind of gives me that adrenaline rush.
Colorado defensive back Tedrick Thompson grew up with Bobo, and to this day, they call each other brothers.
We've been through a lot of up and downs since we've been here. You know, we talk to each other about family situations. You know, he's talked to me, I've talked to him, so we're extremely close. He's like a little brother to me. Growing up, we was always around gangs and stuff like that. But I think my mom did a good job of making sure we was around it, but making sure we wasn't in it. She always put us in football, always in some type of after-school program, so we won't have to deal with it.
Thompson has helped lead the Buffaloes to a Pac-12 South title. Colorado has not won a conference title game since 2001.
You know how, like, when you're in elementary school and your teacher would give you like that paper and be like, what do you want to be when you're older? I'd always put either I wanted to be a fireman or I wanted to be an NFL football player. And so, like, you know, being this close to my dream is just it's a blessing.
After beating the Utah Utes this past Saturday, the Buffs are headed to the Pac-12 championship game, where Bryce and Tedrick will be standing shoulder to shoulder in brotherhood.
Reporting for News Team Boulder, I'm Audrey Rodríguez.